What's up, everybody? Pred Gaming back with a brand new video. Today we have Casual Sunday. It is about 6:42 in the morning. I got a cup of coffee that I've been nursing for about an hour, and we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. In the background, some classic COD gameplay. I don't know what it is. I've been grinding a lot of different CODs recently, so I have a ton of different gameplay. So whatever it is, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's get into the topic. So New Year's resolutions are something that I feel like people do incorrectly, and I'm going to talk to you about why. Firstly, New Year's resolutions are almost always related to weight loss for some reason. I genuinely don't know why, but the gyms do a great job marketing it, so it works out pretty well. Well, for the gyms at least. But a lot of other people do have other New Year's resolutions. Some people have a resolution to achieve a certain bank account number or a certain investment number, or maybe they want to read so many books in a year. Here's what I think you should do, right? And why I think that theory is wrong. And we're going to start with the wrong part. So a lot of people will say, like, personally, I'm 300 pounds at the moment. My goal weight in life is 265 pounds. The mistake I would make 10, 8, 5, 7 years ago would be, all right, I want to get to 265. And then I would start January 1st, which you should just start now, obviously. That's better for your mentality and keeping motivation and discipline. But I would say, all right, I'll start January 1st, right? We got a new cat. I'm sorry if you hear a cat in the background with the collar. She's being obnoxious. She's just exploring my office. She's only been here for in the office for an hour. But that's because I keep the door closed. So a lot of people say, all right, I'll start January 1st, and I'll go from there. I want to get to 265. And then what happens is they don't hit their goal in a justified amount of time. So for me to go from 300 to 265 is 35 pounds, losing 2 pounds a week, which is deemed healthy by some government agency. It'll take me 17 and a half weeks, which is roughly 4 months, right? So with that said, a lot of people will get to the point where they're not seeing results right away, and they'll say, damn, I failed, and it's the middle of February, or they missed a week because that number's so far out of the way that it's going to take so long. So here's what I think you should do. Instead of doing New Year's resolutions, because they almost always fail in the beginning of the year, and then you get discouraged, and then you go, oh, well, I'll do it in 2026 instead of finishing it out. So 4 months, 4.5 months to lose 35 pounds isn't bad, and it's normal. So if you fail by March, you have 9 more months to fit that 4.5 months in, which is literally 2 more times to achieve that complete. Going by that logic of a pound to 2 pounds a week, you could lose 52 to 104 pounds in a year if you wanted to. But here's what you should do for your goals. Or if your goal is to read X amount of books or pay off X amount of debt or whatever the case is. This is what you should do, and this is what I do, and this is what I did for 2024. And I actually completed a lot more than I thought I was going to. I do 12 goals for 2024, and this means I could bob and weave in and out of things. So the first one I did was to finish the certification course, which I did. The second one was to pay off so many student loans. I did not complete that one, but I made more progress on it than I would have if I realized I was failing earlier on, because I separated. So if it was 3 student loans, I paid the first one off, I paid the second one off, or paid most of the second one off. So yes, I failed on the third one, but it is what it is because I actually made good progress. Dropped down to a certain weight. Instead of saying, all right, I want to get to 265, like I did last year. I started at 330 this year. I said I want to get to X amount of pounds, and then I did 10-pound markers. So I broke down to 300 pounds at some point and completed that goal. Same thing. I had subscriber goals on YouTube. I had different Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu goals that I was able to achieve because I broke them down into small goals that I could achieve at any given point. And they weren't locked into a certain time frame, like where I can get discouraged, because I know that going from 330 pounds to 275 pounds is kind of pushing it. At least that's what it was in the book. But when I look back at this list, it wasn't that I failed my overarching goal, is that I went from 330 to 320 to 310 to 300, and I still have time to lose an extra couple pounds and be under 300 by the time I start next year and go for my 35 pounds. And you also get to fill out a page of stuff that ends up getting crossed off and you feel good. Like number 6 on my list was to compete in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I did that in May. Number 7 on my list was to win at least a silver medal in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I didn't do that in May. I got bronze in May. But I got gold in October, so that's right off the list. This also helps you keep things in line. I wanted to play in a sports league. I didn't get the chance to do that this year. However, I just paid the fee to sign up for a season that starts January 12th. Yes, I missed the goal, but it kept it in mind. I look at this notebook probably once a month. Hike 10 different Delaware trails. We did 3. Not great, not great success at all, but I did 3 of them. If I didn't get around to doing them by February, I probably would have just gave up. We wanted to travel to 3 different states overnight. We didn't get to all 3. We're going to do Delaware, Jersey, Pennsylvania this year, which is weird because we live in Delaware. It's a whole different thing. The thing was to stay somewhere overnight that wasn't our house. So we did Delaware, we did Pennsylvania, going back to visit family. We didn't get to Jersey. It is what it is. Read 12 books in a year. That's 1 per month. I've read more in the last 2 months than I have the rest of the year. But right now, I haven't hit 12. I'm actually on my 11th book of the year. So I have a week and a half-ish, 2 weeks, to finish my 11th book and start and finish my 12th book. So by isolating your goals for the year, the whole year, and I usually do this like January 3rd-ish, that's when I'm going to do it again. Write down all your goals for the year, break it down. It's 1 goal per month. That's all it is. 12 goals for 2024. And you could have different segments in it. Like I said, 10 Delaware Trails is 1 every 5 or 6 weeks. 1 book a month is pretty good. Travel to 3 different states overnight. Well, that's 1 every 4 months. That's okay. Pay off so many student loans. You could break them down per month. And even if you don't achieve some of these goals, you have a tracking sheet. Like I said, the drop down to weight for 2024 was at 275, so I started at 330, and I have 320 and 310 and 300 crossed off on my book. So I made progress even if I didn't achieve my goal. A lot of people get disappointed because they don't make the progress that they think they need to make, and they don't have anything to track it in the meantime. So many people give up on weight loss because they start at 300 and they want to get to 250, and they get to 270 and they go, oh, well, I failed. You still lost 30 pounds, though. You need to be proud of that and keep that in your mind, because that's what's going to give you the motivation, the discipline to move forward. So instead of doing New Year's resolutions this year, I vote that we do 12 goals for 2025. Write them down on a piece of paper. Put them into different checklists. Like if your thing is weight loss, put a thing every 10 pounds. If your thing is YouTube subscribers, put a YouTube count every 100 subscribers. If your thing is hike 10 trails, 1 trail, knock it out. 12 books. Fill out each book name, cross them off as you get them done. It's that simple. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. This was, I guess, a more up-tempo casual Sunday. We kind of just talked about New Year's resolutions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Peace out.